I'm your co-ghost Anthony,
And I'm your co-ghost, Caylee.
and this is Two Ghosts Review The Avengers. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Two Ghosts Review, a podcast about current TV shows and movies that is also an MCU rewatch podcast from time to time. In this episode, we will be covering The Avengers Part 2. But before we dive into that, let's kick off the episode as we always do with the poll segment. How are you doing tonight, Caylee?
I'm a little stressed, but that's okay.
All right. Well, let's jump into this poll that we have. Our last episode was the first part of our rewatch of the Avengers, and the poll question for that episode was: which team would win in a battle against the other two?
Oh.
The options were the Fantastic Four from the MCU 2025, the original Guardians of the Galaxy 2020 or 2014 team, and the original Avengers 2012 team.
This is a hard one. The Guardians are out.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Fantastic Four, I think.
Ooh, okay.
Well, there's less of them. The Avengers are coming out on top of that. The Avengers are coming out on top.
Well, all you folks at home, 100% said original Avengers beat out the other two. I agree. I think the Avengers would win.
The Avengers and the Fantastic Four. It just really.
It comes down to Okay, no, you go ahead.
We need to put this into a simulation and watch it play out because
I'd love to.
It does matter who focuses on who first.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So I think that the Avengers has the most potential. If they worked together as a team, I think that the Guardians would go out first because they really don't work together well.
We're also thinking about how well they work together as a team at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So the Avengers in 2012,
and that's what the Fantastic Four would be able to work together a lot better
together. Yeah.
But the Avengers, A, there's more of them, but B, there's just a wider range of the thing that I'm thinking is Sue would throw them off by turning invisible and being able to hit it, but I feel like Tony would be able to work around that pretty quick.
Now here's the thing. Are we counting Franklin into the team?
No, he's a baby.
The reviver.
Because he can revive people? I would hope that Franklin would not be involved in the fight. You're saying the original team.
Original team.
He doesn't put on a suit.
The movie.
He doesn't wear the suit at the end of the movie. They say he's not ready for that yet. It's too soon.
Okay, fair enough.
So I don't think Franklin counts. I don't want. Yeah, I don't want him to be an orphan. But no, Franklin is not a fighting member of the team. He's just the offspring of team members.
Yeah. See, I think even though the Fantastic Four would work better together, I think the fact that the Avengers have Thor would put them over the top.
Yeah, it's not to say that everyone would make it out alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Avengers would overtake.
I originally was gonna put the new Avengers in there too, but then Sentry was
But
he's OP.
No, but the new Avengers team, they don't use him.
Yeah.
That we see, he just sits there and drinks his tea, and he's like, "Sorry guys, I'd help if I could."
But it's just
they just ride him into battle, right?
they
Bob
ride him.
Can
Yeah,
fly.
he fly him into battle. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you take Sentry out, then they're dying
I
very
mean, Red
quickly.
Guardian goes first.
Yeah. So
He's so happy and gets, like, vaporized immediately.
yeah. Yeah, I think Avengers got this one. All right. Well, let's let's pass this on over to our past selves.
Oh, and my 10 pages of notes?
Yeah, we're still working through that. So yeah, we'll let them take it away.
Yeah, then we go to the Science Bros where
Thanks,
Tony Tony pokes Bruce and Steve gets mad.
Bruce.
Uh, Steve gets mad and asks if everything is a joke to Tony, and Tony says, "Funny things are." Is everything a joke to you? Funny things are. That's a fast one there.
I didn't hear that one. Yeah.
Everything a joke.
Oh yeah. So Stark thinks Fury is hiding something. They kind of go over the what Loki said about a warm light for all mankind, and how Bruce thinks that that's a jab at Stark and his tower.
Yeah, why didn't Shield bring Tony in on the
And yeah,
renewable, unlimited renewable energy when Tony is the only other person who knows anything about it, who's working on it, and has gotten it to, be effective with the arc reactor?
yeah,
Why do they want his help now?
because they're hiding
Yeah, so he's gonna figure it out. Also, I'd like to say, I'm pretty sure everyone in the world knows this now, but he's eating blueberries,
something.
and that was not scripted.
Oh really?
Yeah, I guess Robert Downey Jr. had a thing. He'd just hide snacks all over these sets
Yeah,
and just pull them out and start eating them.
that's great.
It was
Love it.
unscripted. That's why everyone's like, even more than just being like, "Ew, no, I don't want your blueberries." Like, the blueberries aren't supposed to be there when he's offering them to everyone. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, "Mm, this is new."
I like how he offers them to Bruce, and when he like Bruce kind of like agrees with him,
Yeah.
and then
He's like, "Reward?"
yeah, he like
Like,
rewards
"Treat?"
him. Yeah. And Bruce like thanks.
I
I like that. I will say like we're at the problem point kind of for me with this movie. This whole middle area, basically like act 2 of this movie. Um kind of like how we said with the beginning of Thor, a lot of the stuff just like I'd never picked up on.
Yeah, it's a lot. I've never noticed that line or, that little bit of dialogue. I never paid attention to it, I should say. Where,
Yeah.
yeah, Tony is the only person working in unlimited renewable energy.
Yeah. Like
It is it is very obvious that he would be suspicious. Like, who wouldn't be? Like, wait a second. It doesn't take a genius.
right, yeah.
I think that the problem is that a lot of this is fast.
That's the thing. Yeah, a lot of it is fast and it's a long this whole part on the helicarrier. There a lot of stuff happens, but it is very fast. And like I said, like with like the beginning of Thor, same thing kind of here, but like even the uh with Stark being suspicious of Shield and like putting the virus in and like kind of investigating and Steve even going and investigating and them figuring out that Shield is up to something else with the Tesseract and all that. All of that like I wouldn't be able to tell you before watching it this in depth, like just off the top of my head. Like I go blank in the beginning of this or in the middle of this movie of all this stuff that's happening. Like I can
Yeah, it's a lot. Like, it doesn't necessarily affect your viewing experience either,
not really,
which is
yeah.
crazy. Like,
But
it
like
adds a little bit more.
I can tell you like, the beginning of the movie and then the Battle of New York. But like the middle part is just like I don't really remember everything that happened in the middle. But yeah, yeah.
So Steve gets irritated and he walks off. He's gonna go investigate. They're investigating. Tony's investigating digitally. Steve's gonna go investigate physically.
And before he did that, he did have a line where it was like, he was like, "We kind of just need to trust them,"
Yeah, and they're like, "No, are
and
you
that's like the
insane?"
remnants.
Because
Yeah,
they are of this day and age, and
yeah,
he is not. Yeah. He's like,
I
"Why
like
would they
that.
do anything bad? Come on, guys." And they're like, "Yeah, you're new here, huh?"
That's why, like, I think that this what we're talking about now with Steve going off is a pivotal point for his character because
Yeah.
he just was like, "Hey, we need to obey the government," and then
Yeah. And
but he's also got like this doubt in his head now.
he ate from the tree.
Yeah, he's like, "Let me go investigate."
It's sad to me that he goes by himself. Like, who's he
Mm.
gonna bring? But back in the day, he would have had people to bring, and now he's just
Bucky is
alone.
alive.
Well, not even Bucky, but just like Peggy or
Yeah,
Howard or anyone,
yeah.
you know? And now he's alone.
It is sad. I was feeling the same stuff in while watching this movie with Steve, with like him being by himself and like I don't know. I feel like he's very lonely already, just because he's that
Mhm.
a man at a time kind of thing. But yeah, he goes off and finds Hydra like helmets and weapons and stuff, and he's like,
Literally Hydra ones. Like
literally,
they were
yes.
studying those to make these.
And now he's like, this is happening again, and I'm alone this time. Like I don't have
Hey,
anybody.
are you ready? I'm about to do something that you do. It insists upon itself. It
It
insists
insists
upon
upon
itself.
it.
Did I do it right?
It insists upon
Was
itself.
that too literally?
It's perfect. It's great.
Something here for Tony and Bruce talking about their ailments. Um,
Yeah, I think I have a note here on this. Yes.
do you think that Tony, because I noticed he's wearing his Black Sabbath short sleeve shirt and a long sleeve shirt under it, but it's pushed up to
Okay.
his elbows. Do you think that Tony layers all the time to try and dim the arc reactor light, like a little
Maybe.
bit, so it's not so? Oh, because he taps it, and I just noticed. I was like, he's got two shirts on, so it's dim. Like, do you think?
Yeah.
Obviously, like this is they're not real people, but like it was a wardrobe choice or whatever on the movie for an intentional purpose of like, yeah, this makes it easier to have this prop under here. But do you think, as a person,
I don't think so. Actually,
you don't think he
I
cares?
don't think he cares that much because if he did, he literally designs the arc reactor. He could
That's true.
dim the light. He could put no light on it. He could do whatever he wants with
I
that.
don't think he could put no light. I think he could
He
put a
could put
cover over the light.
That's what I mean. Like he could put a cover so there's no light coming out if he wanted to do that. But um another note I had in here with Tony and Bruce in the lab is where Bruce is talking to Tony and he says that he's exposed like
Like
a
a
nerve.
nerve.
He's like, I have no armor. Exposed like a nerve.
You.
Bro, when you say that, I think a nerve that's sensitive, right? Like exposed. You're
Yeah.
not sensitive. You are like
Invincible.
you're invincible. You are armor. Like he's saying, I don't have any armor. You are armor.
I just liked how many times they said a suit of armor in this scene, considering
Suit of
a
armor
suit
around
of
the world.
armor around the world.
No, but I just felt like that was such a silly thing to say or have Bruce say because they're okay. Nat is very exposed. Clint very exposed. But
Neither one of them would be described as nerves.
no, but like
Bruce is cool.
Bruce is like invincible when he's the Hulk. But like I don't know. It felt dumb to me. Anyway, we go to Selvig and he's working on this portal situation in a moving semi.
I love how many times delicate things are happening in semis.
It's ridiculous. You look behind him and there's like lights swinging.
Oh.
It's like swaying back and forth this trailer or whatever. But yeah, that's just dumb. Yeah, then we got the Jane Foster. Uh, we just had to touch on Jane Foster real quick,
Um,
basically.
I wish we had spent more time touching on bilge snipes.
No, we don't need to elaborate on that.
They're huge, scaly, with big antlers. You don't want to know what that looks like?
I don't really care. No.
Well, okay, but I like the little critters, like the guy in um Guardians, the little rat thing.
Yeah, I don't know. This is like an Asgardian animal, and all of the Asgardian stuff just seems very boring to
I guess
me.
that's kind of true.
Like,
Anyway,
I
uh,
basically, when he started talking about this animal, I imagined it in Asgard, and it just blended in with everything,
like yeah,
and it was boring.
yeah. Asgard is kind of just a lot of visual stimuli that glosses over into like yellowy bricks.
Yes,
Yeah,
you've got it.
and like pink flowers.
Somewhere
Um,
in there. I don't know.
okay, I noted here that there was some music that sounded like in game.
I was getting that throughout the entire movie.
Really?
Here and there, yeah. I was like, this sounds like emotional, like Endgame. Like,
No, like this piece that plays here in
yeah,
between. Yeah, my note of the build snipe and Fury talking about how Loki seems like he's the only one that wants to be there. Whatever the music cues are in there, it sounded like they like pulled 90% of that song or that piece there and elaborated on
yeah.
it for something in Endgame. This is the only scene that I made a note of.
No, I agree. I heard it throughout the movie, and it felt like Endgame specifically. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of. So yeah,
That's interesting. It must have been a lot then if you noticed it, because I feel like normally I'm the music noticer.
I'm pretty sure I noticed it somewhere towards the beginning of the movie, and definitely at the end. I didn't make notes of them, but
This is the only time I noted it,
then it's definitely from Endgame, or Endgame's music is definitely from the Avengers.
which makes sense. But
Um, so yeah, Fury picks up on Loki not actually wanting to be there, or actually being the only one that wants to be there. Sorry. Um, Good on him. Then we have Natasha talking to Loki and using her skills from her first scene in this movie.
um, I don't know. These
Same
this
trick.
this part, she's got some good lines in there. Like yeah, what love is for children. I owe him a debt.
Hmm.
Um, the classic. I got red in my ledger. I'm gonna wipe it out. But
How many times does she say "red in my ledger"?
herself, I don't know. More in this movie than like any other.
I would like to see how many times everyone says it.
Oh gosh.
Anyone says it. There is
I
so much red in your
seriously
ledger.
irritated here. I hope that this isn't a little bit of a typo because I'd like to say this right. But Loki starts listing off after she says that she has red in her ledger. But like, can you wipe out that much red? He says the hospital fire, Dracov's daughter, and is it Sao Paulo?
Yeah,
There's a trilogy right there.
it is. Yeah, I at least see now. I've actually picked up on him like saying Dracov's daughter, and
Yeah,
that we actually got to kind of
my
flesh
note.
out.
What in the world? Dracov's daughter. What were they even thinking?
I think
Putting
they were
that
just throwing
there.
stuff out
That's
there.
insane. That's the only thing that pays off, but like
Yeah.
they had no plans for that.
No. No. No.
Absolutely no plans. That was nothing.
Yeah.
I if, I for some reason have been under the impression that Dracov is a comic character. So like I guess they could have just thrown it away in there, but like
Well, every time that this came up before, and obviously, like I'm so much is going on. I'm not fully paying attention, but when they said Dracov's daughter, I always thought, yeah, that's her father. Like,
no. Dracov
but
Dracov's daughter is the line that gets the
now I
most.
know better.
It
But
gets the most reaction out of her, or they show
mm,
her having like that is whatever the hospital fire is, or Sao Paulo. She regret Dracov's daughter is more to
that,
her, which I
it
mean
makes
she
sense that they use that then.
knowing that she
Yeah.
sacrificed, thought she sacrificed an innocent child
Yeah.
to save her skin.
Apparently.
Yeah, but that's what she
Don't
thought
worry.
she had
Don't
done.
worry. She's actually dead now.
um, yeah,
Mission complete.
that's crazy. So while Loki is talking, Tony finishes hacking and discovering what Shield is doing, and Steve finds these weapons.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't understand it how she determines that Loki's plan is the Hulk.
He
He
he just says that you brought the monster.
Yeah, but it just doesn't seem like ding ding ding. It just seems like he was talking about her past, and then he moved to Clint because that would upset her, and then she was like, "You're a monster," and he said, "No, you brought the monster." She could have just kept talking. The conversation could have gone on, and it would have gone 100 different directions. I don't understand how
Yeah.
that was the like. I understand for the script, okay, that's what she wanted to find out, but it just felt
Like how
weird.
it led to that.
Yeah,
I get. Yeah. I do think that. Yeah.
they made it more obvious
It's
by
quite a jump to also be like,
but she's like 100%
yeah,
sure.
this is his plan. So yeah, it's a
He
bit of a jump,
smiles at
but
Bruce as he gets led by him. Like, there's a couple things where you see that, like, he's interested, but how does he know who that is? And I don't know, it just seemed weird. Like, I don't doubt her skill set, but I
I
just
think he
don't
got enough. He
understand.
probably got enough Shield guys to get information on Bruce.
And it seems like the Hulk is more of an inconvenience. What would the Hulk do for him?
Well, I think his plan here is to
Unleash the Hulk to escape the Avengers?
no to mess up the Avengers. So like maybe take some out. Maybe
But
take out Shield some kind
so
of
then he
like
can continue on without them bothering him?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. It just seems a little weird to intentionally capture yourself to hopefully set off this guy and then get out of here.
Yeah, it's all I'd said act 2 it feels kind of it's its own little mission and it doesn't really feel very important, but
Well, thank you for your cooperation. Okay, we get that line again, but this is the first time. Um,
well, so yeah, the phase 2 we find out is that
no, no. I like
wha-
Nick walking in the room. What are you doing, Mr. Stark?
oh, yeah.
It's like you already know. Come on.
Yeah, but yeah, we find out phase 2 is Shield making weapons with the Tesseract just like Hydra. That's so weird. Why would the good guys be doing that?
I mean, it's weird only because they're copying tech from like the 40s.
But it brings them basically to a higher level of war.
They don't care that the Nazis were the ones who made them originally. They just care because they're like extra powerful and they'll zap alien guys.
Yeah,
They would have copied anyone's blueprints.
the real reason is Hydra,
Yeah, but who decided to pursue these things?
the Council. Hydra,
But the council isn't fully
not fully,
just enough, just
but
like the real government.
it's got some, yeah, enough to influence and persuade.
Alexander Pierce in the council?
Probably,
I don't
I
think
don't
he
know.
is.
But yeah, so then we get basically what convinced them to, or the story is that Thor's events
Thor was the excuse.
pushed them to yeah make these weapons because of aliens. Uh, and then yeah, we have this. This is one of the worst parts for lines to me in the entire movie because we get this like scene of like everybody talking and arguing.
You're not supposed to listen to anyone specifically, you're just supposed to hear a bunch of noise. That's why the lines are all bad.
Well, the camera it like pans to certain people while they're talking, and especially with Natasha,
Are
it
you
like
boys really so stupid?
it's they're waiting for the camera to get in front of them to say their line, and it's
Yeah.
so obvious.
Yeah.
Like it's just like one after another. Like they're waiting in turn to just for the camera to get in front of their face, and it's
Well,
really bad.
the boom should have moved, not the camera.
But yeah, so they're all fighting and saying mean words to each other.
So my question here,
Yeah,
why does Bruce grab the scepter? Is
I have
it
no idea.
like I have kind of always got the vibe that the scepter slash Loki is influencing the mood in the room to make them turn on each other more, and that's why he grabs it because he's the angriest.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
But I don't understand how, because like Loki's in the other room, he doesn't know what's going on, but the Mind Stone is in the scepter
maybe it's not so
because
much
there's like the
Loki,
ringing
but it's
noise,
more
you
of
know.
the Mind Stone that's maybe influencing things a little bit.
I don't know. We get a couple good lines in here though about when Tony and Steve just kind of want to beat each other up.
Tony isn't the one to make the sacrifice play. Oh, really? Pepper, push the button.
But you'll
Do it.
die. Yeah. Steve is being a little aggressive here. He's like, "Yeah, you're not the one to make the sacrifice play. You wouldn't lay down on the wire and let the other guy crawl over you." And Tony says, "I think I would just cut the wire." But just true though, Steve would
Yeah,
just be like, "I'll throw myself down. You go on without me." And Tony would be like, "Okay, let's think smarter here, not
yeah.
not work
Let's work
harder."
out the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
what's special about you came out of a bottle.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What does he say? Something about take the suit away and what are you? Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
And then Natasha with
Yeah,
the
she's like,
little.
well, no man, it's pretty true. Yeah, everything special about you came out of a bottle. And then Clint shoots at the engine with his pink eye look. I wrote down,
Yeah,
he looks
I
like he's
noticed that too.
ill.
Specifically at that point, I noticed that too. Like,
Heavy on the pink eye.
um, no, I did. I keep forgetting to mention this, but in this movie, the sideways shots came back.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
What, like when Thor says, you people are so petty
yeah,
and
yeah,
tiny.
but uh, I think they fit better in this movie than
Yeah.
in Thor.
Oh, yeah.
Um, so
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not
because
too
I don't
upset
really
about them.
notice them negatively like I do in Thor. Thor is just so disorienting as it is. It didn't need that.
Yeah. So yeah, Bruce tried to kill himself, and he's holding the scepter.
I really like how Nick and Natasha grab their guns at the same time. They're in the.
Oh, yeah.
It shows Nick grab his gun, and her hand is on hers too. She's next to him in the shot. Like it's intentional. You can see both their legs with their hands on their guns.
Huh.
They grab their guns, and Steve is like, "Hey, let me try and talk to him." You know.
Yeah. Um.
And then, of course, in that moment, the Tesseract has been located, and Tony offers to fly straight to it. And Steve, again, for some reason, is still being aggro and says, "You're not going alone." And Bruce realizes it's there, and he's like, "Oh my god." And then the engine explodes.
Incredible. I think this is where my notes get a little jumbled up. I was trying to.
Don't worry, I've got him.
I wasn't going like scene by scene. I was trying to like bundle like okay, this stuff with Natasha and Clint are happening. This is everything with Natasha and Clint. This is everything with Tony and Cap. So I might be a little all over the place here.
Okay, so Steve and Tony had previously been arguing and like, oh, put on the suit, let's fight. And then the ship explodes and they're on the ground and Steve's like, put on the suit. Tony's like, yep, like, we're done fighting now. It's serious. Let's
Yeah.
go work together. Um, so Stark has to go patch the engine because engine 3 is down. If they lose another one, they crash. Um, from the explosion, somehow, uh, Steve and Tony are just knocked down, but Natasha and Bruce fall through the floor,
Yeah. Yeah, it was really
and they
weird.
weren't standing
They were all in the
next
same
to each
room.
other. They're all in the same room, but like she was standing next to Nick.
Yeah. I well, she was kinda close to Bruce. I remember from that shot where they're waiting for their lines
Yeah.
that she was kind of close to him.
I don't know, I thought it was
But
weird.
yeah, definitely weird that like, they're underneath a bunch of stuff, and then Cap and Tony are just, like, walking about,
Yeah.
like, T Tony's just like, "Oh, let me go get my
My
armor out of
suit.
the closet."
Yeah, so Clint is now on the surface of the helicarrier with some guys. Tony and Steve are running around to get to engine number 3, and Tony has a room, a little closet dedicated to his Iron Man suit with
I
like
like
lights
that
and everything in it.
I like that he has that phone, the see-through phone or
Uh huh.
whatever. I still find them kinda silly, but, like,
Tony always has see through stuff.
you know.
So Bruce starts turning into the Hulk, and some Shield agents try to come over there and help Natasha, who is stuck under, barely stuck.
Frantically starts waving her arm and
Yeah, she's like,
body around.
get away, go away, go away. And then they see Bruce and they're like, immediately run.
Now you're like you kept trying to point out that he looks fat at some point or something.
So, yeah,
Like, I did not see
she
this.
is trying to talk him down. And she says, I swear on my life, I will get you out of this. And you'll walk away. And he's turning into the Hulk and he's like, your life. I thought it was funny. He hulks out and yeah, he like falls down. At parts of this, he doesn't look very muscled. He
Uh,
looks like chonky, like wide.
okay.
There was one part where he just rolled over, and I was like, "He looks chunky." Um, and then he roars, and Loki smiles because he knows that the Hulk is coming. He got his dweem.
His dream come true. You know, she should have just said that the sun was getting really low and then everything would be fine.
Well, we cut to Nick in the what do we call it? The bridge.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, navigation systems are offline. We don't know where we're going." And Nick says, "Is the sun coming up? Then put it on the left." Another good line.
These kids coming out of college, I tell you what, they're learning nothing. Okay.
Uh, so Tony is out in the engine, and Steve has found the access point, whatever panel that he needs to work on, and yells out that he's there. And then there is suddenly no more loud wind noises over
Oh,
their
really?
dialogue. Yeah. Tony is talking
uh,
kind of quietly about what he needs to do. Um, Steve opens the electrical panel and says it seems to run on some form of electricity. And
it's a
Tony's
good
like,
line. It's a good
"Okay."
line.
And then they show nothing about how Tony probably had to perfectly
Yeah,
describe
they
what he was
skip over
looking
that.
at.
They just skip
Tony
over
had
it.
to fly over and do it himself.
It's a bunch of technical talk.
Yeah.
See, it's much easier to explain the red lever
Yeah.
than all of the wires and everything and all that.
We cut to Natasha hiding from the Hulk in various spots. I don't know of what, like ductwork, I guess is the word. Uh, he finds her and she
My
shoots at a
goodness.
pipe and steam bursts out.
I love this. It's so much. She's running away and you got big Hulk man coming up behind her and then he just like
Swats her.
swats her away and she goes flying and then he comes up to like backhand her.
So again, how could they be romantically
This is like
involved? He's clearly an abusive
it's a
partner
domestic violence situation right now,
that
and like
Thor saves her from.
yeah,
Because what can she do against that? I mean, you can.
nothing,
Oh, she
nothing.
can only try and be fast and
Yeah.
like swing through stuff and escape him that way. But he'll just continue to tear and rip things apart until there's
Oh
nothing
yeah.
for her to swing from.
But she's like so shooken up by it. Like she's sat there for a long time,
Yeah, I
like
complained about that.
crying and like
I don't know about
ah
crying.
ah.
Do you think she was crying?
I don't know, maybe like a little bit,
I don't think she's
but
crying. She doesn't know.
she looked like she was just like in
She
shock.
looked like she had a concussion. Um, so Thor goes in and tackles him through the wall into a hangar, and all the employees, that's what my note says. All the agents start running. Thor and Hulk start fist fighting in there, and he's talking to him,
Uh,
and it reminded me just like of Ragnarok.
same thing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. More when they were like getting up close to each other
Yeah.
with like Thor's like blocking him with his arm and like trying to talk to him like that. I was like, yeah, this is just Ragnarok.
Crazy that Thor is like so down with like, yeah, you just have this inside you. You just need to calm down and it will go away. And this is his first interaction, you know. He's like, "Calm your mind, Banner," you know.
He knows more about. He has more experience with like mythical creatures, so this isn't that surprising to him.
Yes. So then we cut to the bridge, and there's a grenade. That now they're on under attack in the control room. Um, Kind of go a little dark here. I don't know how this goes from this to that, but Nick is fighting with Maria and others to defend the bridge.
This is when Clint shoots his USB arrow.
Yeah, I thought I had a note about that. Yeah, Clint. Weird. Note here also when Thor and Hulk are fighting. Thor throws Mjolnir at Hulk. It lands on his hand, and Hulk is standing and trying to rip his hand out from under it. He's
No,
literally
he
pushing
tried
his.
to catch it. He tried
Okay,
to catch it and
well,
then it just fell down.
it fell on his
Yeah.
hand. Yeah, okay. So he's trying to stand and get his hand out from under it. And he's literally breaking through the floor, and then Thor like kicks him, and his hand is loose.
I didn't uh it
Like his hand just slipped out from under
I
it.
wasn't paying attention to like where
It
his
was
hand
weird.
was, but it makes sense if his hand was like too big underneath it. But I
I
just
don't
thought he
know.
was trying to pick it up. That's what it looked like to me.
Okay, weird.
But
Um, Something happened to my notes here, but yes, you're right. So Nick is fighting, and Clint shoots the USB arrow in and turns off everything, basically.
he turns off another engine. He shuts down another engine.
Yeah, but all
And
the computers like turned off as well.
yeah.
Um, so Maria gets a line, "Sir, the Hulk will tear this place apart." So they send a little escort plane down to shoot at Hulk and draw him out. Um, he gets the Hulk's attention and shoots him,
You know
and
what
the
makes me cringe here?
target angry, target angry.
Target angry. Target angry.
So the Hulk
Cringe.
jumps onto the plane, and the plane flies back. The Hulk starts ripping the plane apart, and the guy hits his eject button. The Hulk catches him.
Throws him in the little parachute.
Yeah. Imagine that guy has diarrhea in his pants.
I think he leveled out way too quickly.
Yeah.
I think he probably would have gotten tangled up in his parachute or something.
um. So then we go back to Steve, who's trying to help Tony, and now some mind controlled guys have found him, and they throw a grenade at him, and he jumps through the air, and Kobe's the grenade down into the sky.
Kobe's it?
Is that the right term? He just smacks it.
No,
No.
that's not the right term.
I don't know. I'm a girl.
Oh, yeah.
He just smacks the grenade down. I thought that looked silly.
I kind of liked it honestly. Like this stuff with Cap here.
Well,
It
then
just
he gets a big gun.
it just felt like the first Avenger
Yeah, I
with
thought
him
that you would
running
like
around.
that. He gets the gun.
I would have liked it more if he wasn't so terrible with the gun. He was like he was missing a lot.
What do you think? He just like couldn't handle that gun.
Maybe, but like I don't think it would be that difficult for him. I mean, it was cool that he had the gun. He looked kind of silly with his stupid hood thing off,
Yeah,
but also, how does that like fabric hood turn into like a hard helmet all the time
don't worry about
when he puts it
it.
up?
Don't worry about it. Um, so I don't know about what we were talking about earlier because now I have my note that says the flash drive arrow shuts down the
Well,
screens.
Tony and Cap fixed the engine then.
Engine 1 goes into shutdown, starts crashing. Natasha's sitting on the floor shaking, which is weird. Nick goes over the comm system and says that Clint is on whatever. Clint is doing something now. She says she'll go get him. Tony is push starting engine number 3. Steve is busy shooting at guys, and he falls off the plane or the carrier and almost dies, but he grabs onto a loose wire and is trying to climb back up. Loki escapes the cage and puts Thor in it. Natasha intercepts Clint, and they have a pretty neat fight. She gets a hold of his bow, which I thought was interesting because I don't know, this is his weapon. She like takes it from him.
Kind of weird.
She's able to get a hold of it multiple times and use it to like.
I guess yeah. If I mean
They know each other, but
yeah, like maybe she gets it. She knows that if she can get that away from him, he's best with that weapon.
she got it
Uh,
away from him. Coulson gets to Loki. While he's talking to Thor, and Coulson shows off his untested weapon. That
Made from the
Yeah,
destroyer.
that's what I was gonna say. They made it after he came with the destroyer, and I wondered if it was made of destroyer parts because it lit up on the side very similarly.
Yeah, I feel like. Well, I don't know how they would even get their hands on the destroyer. That seems like quite the jump.
I don't know.
They
It just
literally
looked
just
like it.
like. I, yeah, but it's basically modeled around the destroyer. This weapon,
Yeah.
and they only saw it for like a little bit.
I don't know, man.
So like
I
they didn't
don't really remember.
research it or anything like that. There wasn't any pieces. Was there pieces of it?
I don't remember. The whole town was destroyed. That's all I
Maybe there
know.
was pieces of it. Yeah, like because I think they destroyed it.
They destroyed the
The
destroyer?
destroyer destroy the destroyer.
Maybe we
But
need to listen to our Thor
maybe
podcast.
we do. Maybe we need to go back.
So Coulson ends up getting hurt. Does Loki
Hurt.
stab him? My note says Coulson hurt Thor mad.
My word.
I was
Yeah,
tired.
he got stabbed like through the body
Okay.
by Loki.
Uh, Thor has a hurt face, and he looks like he has no teeth. Right before right
What?
before he got dropped, the sad face
My
he's
word.
making at Loki, it looks like he has no teeth in his mouth. um.
Go-
Okay, so we go back to Natasha and Clint fighting. Clint pulls Natasha's hair, which is a cheap shot. So she bites him and flips him around and hits his head on a bar of a
They're
railing.
fighting like kids. Okay.
Yeah, they are. She bites him and flips around, hits his head on the walkway bar. He falls on the ground, stumbles to get up, and then says Natasha, and she punches him in the face, so he is knocked out. Then Thor is falling through the sky, trying to break out of the cage, and I said that he looked like a bug in Tupperware.
And I said, "Did you see the video I sent you of the grasshopper that's in an RC plane and get flown around?"
I did, but this is different. I was talking about like you give your kid a container to go outside and get some bugs, and they have like some bugs in there, but they're not treating them Right, and they're running back over to show you the bugs, and you're like, "Oh no, please! Is there bugs in there?" And the bugs are getting rattled. Anti-grav.
Okay.
Okay, so Coulson shoots Loki back on the helicarrier, and he says, "Oh, so that's what it does." Um,
At least he got a shot in.
Tony gets engine 3 up to speed, but Steve is still trying to get back onto the helicarrier. He can't pull the lever to slow the engine down so Tony can get out. So Tony is no longer able to keep up with the blades and starts getting dashed underneath them. He does cry
Dashed.
out for help. um,
Dashed.
help. So Fury gets to Coulson, who is presumed dead. We don't see that happen on screen. So, I don't know how, but Coulson
It
goes
looked
on
like
to
he
Agents of
died.
S.H.I.E.L.D.
It looked like he died on screen.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't
And
believe it
I
because
think
I
that's
know that
what
he
they
has a show.
I think that's what they intended
Yeah.
originally. But I don't like that he lived and we never saw him in the MCU again.
Yeah.
Like I know Agents of Shield is probably like MCU stuff, but like I it it doesn't feel like it's MCU, and I'm
Uh,
never gonna watch it.
yeah.
So
So then Nick is back up in the bridge room. I think that's where it is. This conference table, talking to Steve and Tony while Hill stands by and starts.
let's slow down. All right,
Okay.
Coulson. Let's talk more about Coulson.
I don't have a
His
lot to say about
I
Coulson.
liked his. I don't know if I thought it was interesting. His last line was, "This was never gonna. This was never going to work if they didn't have something to." And then he dies. I was like, something to avenge?
I
Is that another like we're not getting the word avenge line?
don't know.
Avengers cut to credits. I don't know. I just thought I thought that was interesting. But yeah, and then yeah, we go to the round table with Nick, and he's got the cards that he dipped in Coulson's
Yeah,
blood.
the near mint cards from the 40s that he got all bloody, and Hill knows that they were not in his pocket.
Yeah.
So she catches on, but she doesn't say anything in front of everyone.
Do you think it's actually Coulson's blood, or did he just on the way from the locker to the
I would hope he didn't go
table
back and
just go
dip it in
dip it in
Coulson's blood.
whoever's blood?
I hope it was just anyone's random blood. It'd be really morbid if it was Coulson.
You're right. It doesn't. Isn't that weird? That feels more right to just
Yeah,
dip them
anyone's
in
but
a
Coulson's.
random person's blood, but not Coulson's.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah. So then we get Bruce. Uh, he had fallen.
Big and green and buck ass nude.
I think this guy should have been. This should have been the Stan Lee
I agree.
cameo. Like this
Stanley
is
would
the
have been
perfect
better
thing.
in this than in the newsreel.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we go back to.
Well, hang on. We got some more lines in here from this man.
Oh yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, big and green and buck ass nude. Are you an alien? And son, you got a condition.
I know. I know.
Yeah, he's scared the hell out of some pigeons. I believe it.
Probably. Yeah. But yeah, then we go back to Clint and he's detoxing and it's trippy, I guess.
I thought it was really insensitive when he is trying to
Oh,
tell Natasha about how he was manipulated and unmade, and have you ever had someone take your mind and
good
make you
lines,
like
but yeah,
what, Clint? Why
insensitive
would
for
you say
sure.
that? Yeah,
I liked the you know, do you know what it's like to be unmade? I don't know. I liked the line and how it was
that was my
presented
whole life.
to.
Yes, welcome to my party.
Yeah, but it is very insensitive. Um,
Why am I back? I hit you
yeah.
really hard.
I think part of it can be attributed to him coming out of it.
I don't know.
Not all of it. I still think it's insensitive, but some of it. But But I do like when he starts asking. I think this is some great stuff between them because when he starts asking like, "How many did I kill?" and she's like, "Yeah,
I
I'm not
don't
gonna,
even think she knows.
I'm not gonna do that to you." Yeah, but
Yeah.
like,
Let's not find out.
it's like she's like, "Clint, you know better than to ask me that."
You know better than to ask me
Like,
that, but, like, also, again, more, welcome to my world.
yeah, yeah, that too. But also, like, she says, like, kind of in a more comforting way, is like, "This is monsters and magic. This is nothing that we've been trained for." You
Yeah,
know, like,
I like that.
don't beat yourself up about losing this. You know, because I get it. It's like they take, this is their thing, and they've gone through a lot of training and all that, and I get how Clint could feel really bad about all of this that happened, and Jeremy Renner because he wanted to actually play Hawkeye.
Yeah, poor guy. Again, that's probably why this scene has so much to it.
Again, Cap still having these like remnants of just
Old man?
no like
Oh.
loyalty to like government and stuff like that because he says that kind of like Coulson was doing his job in the line of duty. Like,
Well, I like how how, Tony says, like, "Oh, stop! We're not soldiers." So, like, Steve is a
exactly,
soldier,
that's
like,
what I'm
Tony gets
saying. It's
mad, like,
like,
"Stop saying stuff like that," because
yeah,
Tony's not in that, like, this is shocking to him.
yeah. But yeah, then they start kind of talking about Loki and how he wants a spectacle in here. He wants a monument with his name plastered on. Oh, Stark.
So then the Avengers
Oh.
assemble.
So yeah, they realize that they need to go to Stark Tower and they suit up for their mission.
I really enjoyed it when they got on the jet, and the guy's like, "Hey, you're not authorized to be here," and Steve said, "Son, just don't."
Just don't. That's another old man
Mhm.
thing.
And then they take off, and, Furious, please.
He's pleased.
Just like I wanted.
But yeah, we do get to see Selvig with the portal and like the force field around the portal. Um, and I just like it's a little meta, but like the Tesseract wants to show you a new universe, like the Marvel the expanded
Oh, I didn't
universe.
think about that.
Like with Phase 2, we're gonna get Guardians of the Galaxy, like in a universe. Um, but yeah, then
I liked, Tony flying in his suit. He's,
yeah,
like, crackling
so
and,
you
like
catch that?
yeah, it was doing that, and
I always love it when it does that.
he cuts
Honestly,
the power to the arc reactor that powers the building, but it's too late. The device is already powered up for whatever electricity it needed. I thought that was a weird line that he said he cut the power to the building. The Tesseract is a power source.
yeah, it's like you don't
That
need to
is
do that.
weird.
Yeah,
So Tony immediately starts attacking, and he shoots at the Tesseract, and an energy pulse knocks out Dr. Selvig.
yeah.
So Tony gives up and goes inside to
So
upgrade
Tony
his
gives
suit.
up. He
If
hits those rings again,
he does, to go get some bracelets off the counter.
dude. These bracelets. Every time he puts them on, I cringe. There's something about how like stiff they are and how tight they are that them pushing on like the skin on his wrist, it makes me cringe. It's like I can't tell if if he's got like veins that pop out there, but that's what I feel like
Don't
it
worry
is.
about it.
It's
Don't.
like pushing his veins down when he's putting them on, and it really irritates me. It makes me cringe.
Well, he designed them.
Bad design. I don't like it.
Bracelet didn't cringe.
Yes, it makes me
Um,
cringe.
I liked how Loki just watched him take his suit off. Like, he's like, "Okay, yes, let's have a show. Both of us like to have a show."
Yeah.
Um, so Tony goes in and Loki starts, "If you're going to try and appeal to my humanity," and Tony says, "I'm actually gonna threaten you."
Yeah.
Also like the line of, "The glow stick of destiny."
Yeah, close to
So he's, buying time for the Avengers to get there, and he's letting Loki know that the Avengers are the ones that are coming, and he's describing everyone, and he says, "A man with breathtaking anger management issues." I just liked that line, and then, of course, that, uh, if we can't protect the Earth,
Yeah.
we'll avenge it.
Yeah, that was a fire line. I love that.
And then that Tony just arrived there first, I presume, because he can fly faster,
Yeah.
but also he was the perfect one to get there first because he cannot be corrupted by the staff. At
He
least if it
can.
has to touch you in the heart, but that's
I
just
don't
where
think that's
Loki tries to do it.
I think it in my mind, it can touch you wherever.
That was just
But
Loki's preference, and he kept trying to do it for
yeah, I
whatever
don't know why he
reason.
kept trying there. It's like,
Ding, ding.
"What? It doesn't work?"
Huh?
Also, what's the limitations of this? Because like, people with clothes on get touched by the scepter and they get turned. So it like
But nobody with metal clothes has been touched.
so it's metal in general that won't work. But yeah, so, Tony gets knocked off the building and he deploys the Mark 7.
Deploy! Deploy!
Deploy, deploy! And it gets to him just in time
Just
before
before he hits the ground.
he gets splatted all over. And then, yeah, then we get the portal opens and the Chitauri flood in. We get Loki and Thor fighting on the balcony where the glass panels keep getting one after another. They're getting knocked out like teeth.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we have the Quinjet come in with
Is that a
Natasha.
Quinjet?
Ah, mm,
I didn't think it was a Quinjet.
a jet.
The Quinjet is a special kind of
There's
machine.
a they call them something else. There are like different jets, but with different names. I've
Oh,
seen them. I just don't remember them.
I don't know what this one's called, but it's not the Quinjet.
But yeah, we got Natasha and Clint on there, and they're kind of
With
working with
Steve.
Tony. Yeah, yeah, and
Steve
Steve.
is loose in the back.
Always forget about him back there. Um, and yeah, the jet goes
And
down.
Steve is loose in the back, getting PTSD from going into the ice.
Then we have the whales come in
I
through
looked
the
them
portal.
up, and they're called Chitauri Leviathans.
The big whales, space
But
whales.
I've referred to them as Leviathans in my notes.
Okay. We can call them leviathans. So they come in. Thor tries to. He's continuing to like try to help Loki. Like or
You think
make him
this
stop.
madness will end in your rule?
Look at it.
And then Loki just stabs him,
Yeah.
and Thor picks him up and throws him.
It's good. Like facial acting, I think, from Tom Hiddleston though, because like for a moment he was like kind of like acting like he was listening to it, and
Yeah.
like maybe I will. It's very short, but yeah. Then he stabs him. Um. So yeah, then Loki jumps onto or falls onto a hover scooter, and uh, but yeah, then on the ground, I really liked this. This is like this, we kind of talked about it in Thunderbolts, having that helping people on the ground really establishes
Uh-huh.
like good heroes, and you get it from mainly Clint, where he's like Natasha is covering Clint, but Clint is
Yeah.
like helping the kids out of the window of the bus and stuff, and I
Well,
I
God
enjoyed
forbid she
that.
interacts with children. That would make her uncomfortable.
Well, she interacted with the child and came, but where was that? What was that? Wherever Bruce was. She deployed a child to go get Bruce.
She deployed on screen, Anthony. We're talking on screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally made a mistake there. But yeah, while they're doing that, Cap is running away from explosions as he does. A lot of explosions. He jumps like off a bridge where there's an explosion onto a bus where there's another explosion, and then like onto the ground, and that the big explosion behind him. It's just a bunch of explosions. Um,
No, I have a big, this might be controversial, what I'm about to say.
oh boy, what we got?
This is just like Budapest all over again, right? So I always thought that the reason in Black Widow that she has to make a point of correcting someone,
Budapest.
yeah,
Yeah,
is because they both they just said it wrong this entire movie. I listened both times we watched
she
it.
said it.
She says Pest,
Yeah,
and Clint says Pest.
yeah.
It's
I've never noticed that either. I thought she said Budapest
no,
in this
she says
movie,
it right.
but
Yeah,
she says Budapest in this movie.
yeah. Because I listened both times for sure. She says it right and he says it wrong, which I just thought was weird because it seemed like they made a point to act like they were redeeming or something. I don't know. It was weird.
It is weird. Yeah, like I never noticed that. I thought that they were. Yeah, I thought it was kind of like an inconsistency, but yeah,
Nope. Clint's just ignorant. So then the New York police is just shooting straight up at the Chitauri.
yeah.
Uh, talking about it's gonna take the National Guard an hour to get here, and then they're like, "Does the army know what's happening?"
And then we get yeah. I love. I mean, I think it's an iconic scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with Cap telling the officers that they need people in the up in the buildings or down the street and everything, and why should we listen to you? And then he like annihilates some aliens, and then they're like, I need two men in this building.
Do exactly what he said.
Yeah. Great, I love it.
Um.
Iconic.
Okay, and then Tony's in the sky fighting the Leviathan. Okay,
Yeah,
and I really like his little shoulder flares.
yeah,
Those little things up, you know.
yeah. That's when he was going like right at the portal,
Yeah.
and yeah, he shoots those things. Yeah. Also later, does he have? I couldn't tell. Maybe their thigh, but I thought that they were. They looked like they were like knee, like I don't know, explosives that came out of his kneecap or
I
something
mean, you have to think where would there be extra room to tuck things?
on a joint. I don't think so.
So probably on the thigh.
Yeah, it'd probably be the thigh, but for a second there, I was like, that looks like the knees.
And then Natasha and Clint have a good amount of just hand-to-hand combat on the street.
Love it. Love to see it.
Yeah. And then Steve joins back up with them, and Thor arrives on the ground. So now we got 4 on the ground.
Oh boys, it's all coming together.
Just in time for Bruce to get here on his dinky motorcycle.
He's actually on a motorcycle though.
Which is wild for him. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like it was shaking the whole way there. Like, rocking side to side.
Oh yeah, but he shows up and we got this Leviathan coming at him.
I'm bringing the party to you.
Yeah, and Nat, we could use a little worse. But then yeah, Banner's like, that's my secret. I'm always angry.
Punches the Leviathan.
I don't.
But we can't skip Nat's line of, I don't see how that's a party.
I think we can skip that.
No, there's so many good ones.
No, but I don't feel like we got a good answer on like for Banner.
I answered this for you when we were watching it.
Okay.
I said, now he knows how it feels to be a woman.
Oh my goodness.
All
That's not
women
what.
women are just seething all the time, and that's why She-Hulk is such a good Hulk. I can't even remember her name. That's why she's so good at being a Hulk and why she's so calm. It's like You know
don't
what vibe that
understand.
gives? That gives, like, Twilight vibes, where Bella has ultimate self-control when she's first turned into a vampire, and everyone's like, "How do you do it? That's insane!" And she's like, "I guess I'm just really good at controlling myself."
Oh my goodness.
She's just always angry. Female rage is so strong that's why. So Bruce has just uncovered the ability of being a woman and being able to control himself in his
Maybe
angry
Mark Ruffalo
outbursts.
has.
Mark Ruffalo's in touch with his inner woman.
That seems right. Okay. But I don't know. I felt like through this whole movie they were like, how do you keep a lid on it? How do you keep a lid on it? What? He's always angry? Is how he keeps a lid on it?
I don't
That
know.
doesn't feel like an
It's a
answer.
cool line. Don't worry about it. You're thinking too hard. No one was ever meant
I
to
don't
treat
know.
these movies this way.
No, we're tearing it apart.
Um,
Um,
so yeah, Bruce or Hulk punches the Leviathan and it starts to roll and Tony shoots the soft spot
yeah, yeah,
and then the
breaks it
Avengers
apart.
circle up,
The iconic shot.
enter two more Leviathan. I like Tony's line of call it Cap.
Yeah, yeah, I made a note of that too. I'm like, hey, he's given Cap the go ahead to be the lead of this
Mhm.
team. Okay.
No, he just makes everybody look cool and pays for everything.
Yeah, exactly. Uh,
It's because he doesn't
and
like being handed things.
I do like, yeah, like Cap. I do like Cap. Yeah, like he gives them all the orders and everything, or where to go. He's got it locked in. He's already got spots for them.
Mhm.
But I do think it's silly that he does Hulk last and Hulk's weighted. I
Uh,
feel like he should be more,
Hulky?
yeah, like crazy.
No, Hulk is like,
You
I'm
know?
part of a team. Hulk fight
Yeah.
with team now.
Hulk smash strategically. You know? But yeah, so then these two Leviathan come in and like a bunch of aliens,
Mhm.
and Thor takes them all out.
Okay, wait. I noted here that the amount of time that they are wasting fighting everything rather than shutting the
Oh
device
yeah,
down is absolutely insane. The plan should have been Tony, take Bruce, not Hulk. Take Bruce to the roof and work on shutting down the device. Thor will hold everything off up high and we'll help where we can down here. We'll defend the building.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I think, does Bruce really have a control over shutting
he's,
Hulk off
I mean,
at this point? I feel like it's
he
once he
shouldn't have
goes
ever
Hulk.
turned into the Hulk in the situation. He should have got there and they should have been like, great, fly him up the roof. You guys are science people. Figure it
That's
out.
true. Yeah, he shouldn't have.
No
But
Hulk.
he had to have his
I
his
know, he
his
had to turn
moment.
into the Hulk. But,
So
like,
really, just needed to send Natasha up there.
I guess, yeah, I like that she's the one who handles it, honestly, though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
That seems
yeah,
like another instance, like, where if she's the one who drug Loki onto the jet while they were all fighting or, like, wrapping it up, she's like, "Okay, to the point. Let me get this going." Like, you guys are all just
gives off mother energy.
boying around. I'm just gonna handle this. You guys aren't being focused.
Yeah. So anyway, what I was saying about Thor is he takes out so
Oh,
many.
charging up on top of the building?
Yeah. Why didn't he do that like a billion times,
Because that's OP.
bro? He took
They need variety in the shots
he
for the
took out
movie.
two Leviathan and a bunch of the Chitauri in one go.
Because. The answer is because.
Because,
Why is everyone, civilian wise, standing in the buildings at the windows?
well, they're, oh yeah.
Hulk comes running through an office, and all these people are standing at the windows.
Well, they want to see.
Guys!
But yeah. Let me make sure I'm not missing something here. Okay. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Then we have Cap boosting Natasha up, and She grabs onto one of the hover scooters and it doesn't rip her arm off at all.
Why would it rip her arm off?
That thing was going so fast and she just jumped up and went whoop, and it pulled her. It should have like ripped her
No,
up. Yeah.
she's cool. She doesn't rip up.
Okay. She's not exposed like a nerve.
No.
uh,
Then we get the awesome long shot fighting where it passes from Avenger to Avenger.
yeah, that's a pretty good
I
shot.
love that one.
I especially like the Cap Tony combo with the repulsors and that using the shield. Uh, yeah, then we have Cap saving the civilians in the.
Selvig wakes up and the National Guard arrives, and then we go to Steve rescuing people in the bank. He tells everyone to clear out, and nobody moves.
Nobody moves until he's out of the
And he
building.
gets blasted out of the building. I thought that was funny.
And his no. I'll wait on that.
His what?
Nothing. And then we have the council, and they decide to send a nuke because that is just the smart thing to do.
Well, the council has made a stupid ass decision.
Yeah.
The council wants to nuke Manhattan. And Nick isn't having it. Sorry, I'm getting tired.
I'm getting tired too.
Despite my Dr. Pepper, so it takes like 45 minutes for my brain to come up with a name to make sure I'm saying the right one.
It's 10:24 at night right now.
Well, don't tell people that because I'm like 10:20. It's not even that late. You don't know our lives, okay?
We are tired, but we're almost to the end of this movie. We're gonna get it.
Don't worry, I only have 2 pages of notes left.
2 pages. Okay.
That's it. Don't worry. 2 out of 10. That's not bad. Okay, so Clint shoots at Loki on his hovercraft as he's gliding through the air after Natasha. He catches the arrow midair, kind of leans his head back and smiles over his shoulder, and then the arrow explodes, knocking Loki off his hovercraft. Natasha lands on the roof, and the Hulk arrives.
Hulk arrives, does the puny gods thing
to deal with
Loki.
Or to deal with Loki,
To deal with Loki, yeah.
And I
Great
made a
scene.
note, because you always complain when we watch Ragnarok, that you think that the Hulk sounds like he ate an auto-tune machine. I do like this Hulk voice better. In the scene where he says "puny god," it sounds like Mark Ruffalo.
It does, yeah.
And I didn't realize how much I would appreciate that because the Hulk can kind of just look like nobody. The look of the actor doesn't always carry over very well.
It looks like Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, but it just translates a lot more when he has the right voice.
Yeah. He sounds like Mark Ruffalo. He does not sound like Edward Norton.
Why should he?
I don't know. I don't even know why I said that.
So the scepter. Selvig tells Natasha how to close the portal because he built in a backdoor emergency shutdown where if you poke the scepter on the Tesseract, it shuts everything down basically.
I guess.
And because Loki has just been Hulk smashed, he's not holding on to it. So Natasha has to get down 2 or 3 floors to get it and get back up.
We don't see her do that, do we?
No.
Makes sense.
No, because then we cut to Tony, who's talking to Jarvis as he looks at a Leviathan and asks if he's ever heard about the tale of Jonah. And Jarvis says that he wouldn't consider him a role model. Tony flies through the
actually,
Leviathan.
I mean, he obeyed God in the end, and went
to
Nineveh. So.
Just like Tony, because he had to disobey first before he could obey.
Well, Jarvis is in the wrong here, I guess.
Clint is up on the building and he finally runs out of arrows.
Oh yeah, and then Kate Bishop is over in the building right across, just watching.
He runs out of arrows and then he grabs an arrow out of a Chitauri that he's just killed and switches the trick tip on it to be like a grapple, and then yeah, jumps off the building and swings into a window, which is what Kate Bishop was watching.
So epic.
That is cool because you know what? That feels like something recent that is paid off
Yes.
appropriately.
Yes. Honestly, like, I love Kate Bishop because it's the whole thing of, like, I like the heroes that don't have superpowers, like Batman. You know, like, and Hawkeye, I like that. I like how she's inspired by Hawkeye being someone with no powers, but was there, like, standing up to aliens and doing all that. And I just like how that transition. Like, I think she is probably, if I'm not forgetting any, she's probably the best, like, like, legacy, like,
Yeah.
character, like, the next in line character, like,
Who was directly inspired by someone. Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah.
what, her competition is Kamala? I
Well, she's not.
I know, but she just, like, likes Captain Marvel.
I guess
There's the
Captain Marvel is, but, like, from, like, OG Avengers, like,
yeah, no.
yeah. But yeah, I like that, and I just, during this whole fight, I liked to think of, yeah, Kate Bishop and things like just where it goes with, like, Adrian Toomes later, a little bit later, like the cleanup.
Toombs' phone.
Yeah, Toomes' phone.
Toombs'
Just
phone.
think about that, and, like, seeing Grand Central and, like, knowing that the plaque goes right down there with all the names of the Avengers and
Mhm.
everything in the battle, and, like, I don't know, it's just cool to think of all the things that came after this that, like, lead back. Like, the Ancient One is right over at the Sanctum
Yeah, fighting on the
defending
roof.
the Sanctum, like, stuff's
Yeah.
going on, like,
It just makes me sad, though, also because you think about how much is trash now. How much
yeah,
isn't paying off, and that's why it feels so good when something does. Like,
yeah,
alternatively, it's not that it was bad, but I'm just disappointed, like, I think of, um, Thunderbolts when Tony is talking to Loki in the top of the tower, like, Valentina
yeah.
talking to the Thunderbolts, and I'm like, "Oh, disgusting. How dare you stand there," you know? Like, the things that have happened here, and now it's just nothing, you know? They just sold the building, and
Yeah.
anyone can be here doing whatever, and you're using it like this, like, different. Like, I guess it pays off kind of, but it's just a
I mean, it's a
disappointing kind
new
of
Avengers
payoff.
tower,
Yeah, but
yeah.
now it is, but I'm talking about when Valentina is there
Yeah.
trying to manipulate
It's
Sentry, like
short-lived, though,
yeah, I
so,
know,
yeah.
but, you know, just that kind of stuff. So then the Chitauri are ganging up on the Hulk, like a ton of them, and the plane to nuke the island lifts off.
We've got a bird in motion.
They have unauthorized takeoff. You need to shut it down now. And Nick Fury goes out with a what?
Like an RPG,
And he shoots it
rocket
down.
launcher.
But there's another one. It was a decoy almost.
Yeah, they had 2 planes go off,
Yeah.
which,
Maria gave
or
bad information. She
or
should have
maybe
said
she
we have
didn't.
birds in
We have
motion.
birds.
We have multiple unauthorized takeoffs. Something
I
like that next
like
time, Maria.
I like how the second plane comes out and Nick just, like, pulls up his pistol like he's gonna
Like,
shoot it down, and it's already, like, at
gone.
the end of the
Yeah.
runway, like, what do you
He's got to do something.
do?
Uh, so then,
Missile inbound.
Tony is notified. Is everyone notified, or is it just Tony? Like, because Tony has to tell everyone, like,
Uh,
"Hey guys, by the way, hang on, don't close the portal. I have a nuke." Nobody's like,
I
"Where
think
did
it
the nuke
was
come
just him,
from?"
yeah, but, I mean, that's a weird comms thing
Yeah,
with
that
them.
Nick is like direct line to Tony. I have a nuke coming, and Tony's like,
Tony's my
I
favorite.
know just where to put it." So Thor and Steve are fighting on the street next to each other, and Thor catches Mjolnir at the same time that Steve's shield comes back to him, and it was a nice shot.
I just always think of the blooper where they drop it.
Oh, I don't know about that. Natasha and Selvig are on the roof working to close the portal. Natasha says she can shut it down, and then Tony chimes in that he has a nuke suddenly.
Hey guys, I got this nuke. Oh.
um, Jarvis suggests that they call Miss Potts, but Pepper doesn't answer her phone because
And this
she's
is this
watching
is where
TV.
this is where she gets Tony back for the 12% thing.
Is it?
She just ignores
No.
him.
Yeah, she's too in shock watching this battle happen on a plane.
She's watching 9/11 happen right now.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah. And she doesn't get the call. I bet she was pooping her pants when she looks at it.
Yeah. She looks
Um,
at her phone.
and then as, as Tony flies or makes the turn to direct the nuke up, I noted that everyone's watching him direct it up, including the Hulk. The Hulk
Yeah,
stops fighting to look like the Hulk cares. I think that they made him a little too sentient.
yeah, I agree.
So Tony flies it into space, the nuke, and then the suit goes dead. And
No, but dude, that this is like one of the best shots of the entire movie because like it blows up the mothership, right? The nuke goes off, and I absolutely just love. They do it in Endgame too with
the
Cap,
eye,
but the eye shot, yeah, like just showing
I'm
showing
seeing
Tony's
space.
eye
Yeah.
and like seeing the explosion in his eyes, but it's like he's in space, and it's like,
He knows it. Well, to him, I'm going to die. But I did this, and look at it. Look at space. Look at what I
yeah,
did.
look how
Like,
far I went. Like,
yeah.
my goodness. But it's also just like, I don't know, that line that Selvig said earlier, like, echoes here to me, like just this new universe that's coming, like, and Tony's getting that preview of it.
Remember when Tony is dying in space and he's looking out at space?
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, so then his suit goes dead. And he's just falling. Also, all the Chitauri things immediately crash.
Yeah,
Are
they're
they?
all linked to the mothership.
But like they die. They seemed like they were organic. They all immediately collapse for whatever reason.
They have a hive mind.
Um, Steve tells Natasha to close the portal, and Tony barely sneaks through.
Yeah.
And Steve says, "Son of a gun."
What a good guy. For
And then
now. Then he has a filthy mouth
he's
later.
not slowing down. The Hulk jumps into the air and catches him and smashes him into a building
He is not gentle with
to
it.
slow down the fall. Thor is about to swing his hammer around and go up there and catch him.
I like how he gets on the ground and like Hulk just like pushes Tony off of his own body. Like,
He pushes him like face down into the ground, and
oh, he
then
just like flips him over
yeah,
onto the thing. It's like, dude, he could be like,
in critical condition.
yeah, critical condition.
You're
It's
just
just like
throwing
tossing him around.
So he's face down on the ground, and Thor rolls him over, and then the Hulk rips his mask off and screams in his face. And Tony
Whoa!
says, "What the hell just happened? Please tell me nobody kissed me." And then he just starts talking
Well,
randomly.
I really like when he, like, towards the end of his his things here, he goes, it's like, all right, yeah,
Let's just
good
not come
job,
in
guys.
tomorrow. Let's just not come in tomorrow. Let's take a day. Have you guys ever tried shawarma?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but let's try it.
No, before we do that, we gotta go take a picture all together in
No,
front of Loki
we aren't finished yet. Okay, and
to go
shawarma
pose.
after?
Yeah.
Yeah. Loki's crawling around on the floor, which why was
Oh,
he motionless for that long? Why is he still there?
maybe he got knocked out.
All the Avengers arrange themselves behind him before he turns around, and Hawkeye draws an arrow.
I like getting to see that in Endgame from like
Uh-huh.
away, like over the corner. I think it's funny.
Um, Loki
That's
says,
another thing. Ant-Man. Yeah.
yeah,
Anyway.
Loki says, I think I'll have that drink now. And then we get the newsreel. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody loving the Avengers, and mostly everybody loving the Avengers, and then we already get the hints of Civil War with the politician guy, calling for them to be accountable. Like they need to be accountable for all this. And then yeah, now I'll bring it up. This lady that has been sprinkled in through all of the destruction, who is now simping over Captain America.
I don't like that they focused on one civilian.
I just think it's funny that she's like, if I, you know, if I could find him, I just want to say thank you. So the women of America want to thank him, Captain America again.
Yeah.
That's what I got the vibe of. It's like she's like a toned down version of that lady
Mhm.
in the first Avenger that gets all up on him. But
So Nick is breaking down to the council that yes, he's letting the Tesseract and Loki go back to Asgard with Thor because that's where they belong.
yeah,
And all the Avengers are departing from a roundabout for whatever
yeah.
reason. And Tony is wearing a nasty khaki suit.
My goodness, I think it's the pants. I think that does it. It's really. It just looks like it's too big for him. He
Well,
looks like a
he
a
wears a
kid
lot
in
of
that thing.
flare pants and partially to cover the heels that he has to wear because he's short. He
Yeah,
wears platform shoes. Um, Banner and Stark leave together. Steve leaves on his motorcycle, and Natasha and Clint leave together. Um,
Steve leaves on Bruce's motorcycle.
I'm pretty sure that thing is smashed. Um, Nick is still on with the council, or Nick is on with the council. What is that? I don't know what that is. Take that out. So how do we call them? Maria wants to know how they're gonna get the Avengers back when they need them, and Fury basically says, "I they'll just come when we need them. I
Yeah, I hate
trust
that
and
line.
believe."
I hate that line.
Especially the God
They'll
from
come
outer
back
space.
because we'll need them to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony is renovating his Stark Tower that just has an A left on the outside, and I want you to know that if you pause it on the blueprint, he has designated a floor for each of the Avengers. Everyone gets their own
Oh, really?
special little floor.
The only
Yeah.
thing I noticed this time around was like he brings up that like hologram with Pepper,
Mhm.
and there's just like a huge plane in the middle of the building,
Yeah.
like not proportionate to the building. Like it's
That's weird.
way too big. Like I was like, what the heck is that? Uh,
Uh, so he's designing an Avengers building, and Pepper is like all over him. She's like clinging on him, like she
oh,
loves this.
that was so hot.
Yeah. Um, and yeah.
um, yeah. Though we have the other, and he's upset about the humans.
Oh wait.
To challenge
Yeah.
them is to court death.
The others say humans.
Humans.
I also have here the credits. I don't know if it continues after this, but I miss when credits had cool graphics.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
had like all the
yeah.
suits
That's
and
what this one was. Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, and then this happens. But yeah, before the credit, I miss when at least part of the credits had something cool going on. I'm not talking about in kids' movies where they make the characters like fly through the background or dance on the side. Like I'm talking about
You mean like
cool.
Deadpool? Yeah.
No, I mean I'm talking about like
Oh, like
what comes to mind is Hotel Transylvania. Like they're like doodles dancing
that's what
around.
Deadpool is in the credits. So
Oh,
they got
okay.
like him drawn, and he's like,
Well, that suits it, but I'm like for regular adult movies, something other than a black screen with white graphics, but they're already overworking the special effects artists anyway, so that's just more work for them. I guess they can get out of it
eh. Yeah. So we get the other doing that, and we get our first look at Thanos,
with his
and he
red-looking
smiles.
skin and his
I think
very
he looks
bright, shiny
purple.
blue eye.
I think he looks purple.
I think he looks red. Also super interesting, they didn't have a Thanos cast.
Yeah.
Even in that end credit when he says, "Fine, I'll do it myself," I don't believe that they had Josh Brolin cast.
No. They
But
couldn't.
it looks like him, so it's
I
wild.
don't think it does. I
I
don't
think it
think it
looks the
looks.
same.
I think it looks like a generic, like um, from a like you look at the comic version of
Yeah.
him, it's just like a generic Thanos look.
I don't know, I think it looks good enough. It's enough for me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
then they get shawarma.
yep, then everyone's eating shawarma and they all look like they hate it, or they all just are so zonked that they have like the ugliest faces.
I thought that was so funny. You brought that up while we were watching it, and I was like, I never noticed that. I always took it as, yeah, they're just tired.
No,
But
but it looks like they have a nasty face while they're chewing, like
if you
they're
think that, yeah, like it totally looks like that. Like, yeah, they just all hate it, and Tony looks unimpressed with it.
he's like, "Oh, I almost died for that.
Yeah.
I wanted this. Great."
Hey, all right, we are finally at the end here. Um, other thoughts on the overall thoughts on the Avengers?
This movie is this movie is it's good, but I don't know that I would call it great.
Okay, yeah,
There's Captain America movies better than this. Iron Man movies better than this. Like the other Avengers movies are all better than this.
yeah.
Um yeah, there's a ton of MCU movies better than this. Like it would probably be in the top 20,
I
maybe.
don't know. There's just so many projects now,
There's
so
so many fantastic movies that this one is just isn't like fantastic. It's good.
it's mid.
Yeah, which sounds like terrible to say, but there's just a lot of information and that's not a bad thing, but the dialogue brings it down for me.
Mm. I think I agree, and I think that maybe it's one of its uh, hindrances is that it has to like bring them all together, and they don't have that like working relationship yet. Whereas, like you go to Age of Ultron, Civil War, all the other stuff, they're a team.
They're well greased.
Yeah, and they work together well, and like you could just get thrown right into it and go.
No, I really am
But
blaming mostly the stiff wet paper bag dialogue.
yeah, there's a lot of that, and
That's what kills it for me. Because I
that's
could
not
be
great.
easily distracted by the other stuff to not notice little things that drag along the way if everyone has good banter and good feel. And it
Mm,
didn't feel great. And there wasn't great banter the whole time.
yeah, and I agree, like yeah, like I said during this, I think Tony had the best stuff. Like he was pretty consistently good, like through the whole movie. Um, unlike the others, but yeah, the middle area of this movie, the act 2 of this movie feels just kind of boring to me, even though
Yeah.
there's like some
There's
good stuff
meat in
going,
there, but yeah,
but
it's a
for some
little.
reason it's just has that effect of the Thor effect where my brain just shuts off. Like
Yeah.
I didn't it's kind of unexplainable. but but yeah, I do think that the end of this movie is really great though. I really enjoy the Battle of New York. That's
Yeah.
like the best part of the movie. But yeah, um, I think we can jump into our comments. We've got 3.
Good, because we don't have time for a lot tonight.
All right. Our first, I'm making a change here for the comments. I'm only gonna say first names. I'm not gonna put out the whole their ats,
Okay.
everybody's ats and everything, because I don't know if people might not like that. I don't know. So our first one comes from Eddie, and Eddie says, "Quite possibly my favorite MCU movie."
Eddie, you need to watch some more.
Yeah, I think I don't agree with you, Eddie. I don't agree, but it is a good movie.
Eddie, have you
So,
seen Captain America, Winter Soldier, or Avengers Infinity War?
oh my goodness,
Eddie, your brain is gonna melt.
I don't think he's seen them.
Eddie, be careful.
Oh, our second comment comes from Jimmy. Um, he says the Winter Soldier is the best MCU movie. you can sort out the Avengers and Infinity War for the silver and bronze yourself.
No, I think you meant to say Civil War and Infinity War.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies that are better than the Avengers. Um, Winter Soldier. What do you think? Do you think Winter Soldier deserves gold above Infinity War?
I can't make this decision publicly right now.
You gotta save it.
I can't decide that right now. That's not fair. Infinity War, Civil War, and Winter Soldier, I think are my top 3, and it'd be hard pressed to get me to say the same order every time.
Mm,
It depends on my mood. Like right now, I think I would say Infinity War is the best, but that's just right now. I think
fair
in
enough. These
this
can change.
moment,
Yeah.
Infinity War, Civil War, Winter Soldier, just because I'm really feeling the ensemble right now. We just talked about an ensemble.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That middle stretch of epic fight in Winter Soldier isn't enough to win out over a lot of ensemble fight for me right now.
So like Infinity War gets the gold, Winter Soldier, silver, Captain Marvel, or not Captain Marvel,
Captain Marvel,
Civil War, bronze, and then the Avengers gets like
the Avengers,
copper,
no, the Avengers doesn't get a medal. It doesn't place on
paper. Like
whatever
what?
whatever 25th place gets. Like
20, 25th place.
there's a lot of other things.
I think that's gum wrapper.
Okay. Yogurt lid.
Yogurt lid. All right. I see you, The Office. All right. Our last comment comes from Katie, and Katie says, "It is tied with X2 for my favorite Marvel movie across the entire Marvel Cinematic Multiverse."
Katie, that's insane. What?
so, so I think it is a fantastic film. Not perfect, but definitely fantastic.
Is X2 the one where Jennifer Lawrence is like, we decide on our superhero names?
No,
Okay.
no.
As
Jennifer
long as
Lawrence
it's
is
not
not
that one.
in the first 3 X-Men movies.
I'm so rusty on that.
We'll go over it again eventually.
I'd like to podcast on them so I can drill them into my brain because
Yeah.
I would really like to go over the mutant quotes and all of
Rank the
all of the
mutant.
Magneto origin flashbacks.
Oh man,
There's nothing I would love more.
brutal.
And all the plot hole errors about just non-continuity. I'd really like to get all those figured out.
I think I've got them, but I in
I
my
need to
head,
talk through it.
I have them laid out like as on my sheet too. I have them laid out as best as they can go together, but there are still things that are like that don't make sense. They did a pretty bad job
Whatever,
connecting
Katie. As
them.
long as Dark Phoenix isn't your favorite, I guess it's fine.
I think X2 was pretty good.
What's X2
I'm
again?
trying to remember completely. I think
I think it
I
was pretty good. I'm trying to remember what it was about.
well, I was thinking of the Statue of Liberty thing and how bad that one was, but that's the first X-Men. So I'm trying to remember what X2 was. Plot of that one. I can only for some reason I can't think of X2. I can think of X-Men and um, the Dark Phoenix one, the third one. But
Well, Katie, it was that good.
was that good? Fantastic film, not perfect, but definitely fantastic. You know what's fantastic? The
The
Fantastic
Fantastic
Four.
Four. I can't wait to go over that one again one day.
Go check out our Fantastic Four First Steps episode, by the way.
Yeah, because I seriously am. I hate that we do these after only watching them once. Those are the ones that I regret the most. Because,
Well,
I can't stop myself. I consume movies on repeat until I have them burned into my brain and I notice all the things that we gotten wrong or all the things that I wanted to say more
uh,
because there are your notes from one watch after you've driven home from the movie.
you got to take notes on the way home from the movie.
I can't. I can't keep it straight. I've told you many times. I compliment you. I black out in these movies. I'm like, I have to consume all of this. And I get in the car and I'm like, how do I feel? That's just, how do I
Yeah.
feel? I will come to know the movie later. How do I feel about it now?
Hey, maybe one day we'll go back and do some
In 10
re-reviews.
years, we'll re-review things.
We got a lot to get through. Yeah.
We like too much stuff.
Yeah. All right. You got any other thoughts on the Avengers 2012?
I would have liked to see it if a different stylized director had done the movie.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting.
I wish I had more of a feel to it. Like Age of Ultron
You want
has
to
a
see what the Russos would do with it?
it's not necessarily the Russos because Joss Whedon did
Age of
Age of
Ultron.
Ultron, and Age of Ultron has a feel. To me, the
I feel
Avengers.
like they do have a similar
I
feel.
don't know though. To me, the
This one
Avengers
just feels more
feels
like a
like
Thor movie.
the Avengers feels like this is the vibe I get. It's just like a matte silver. That's the vibe of the Avengers.
I get what
Like
you're
a
saying. Yeah.
clean matte silver, like the back of your computer per se. Like just clean silver, brushed. It's nice. And Age of Ultron is like Sokovia. It's like cold and it's dirty
Hmm.
and it's got it's pretty
It's so good.
it's dark
So
and
good. I love it.
cold, the colors and everything.
I think it has the best vibe
Yeah, it's got such a that's why it's so
out of
comfortable.
all of the
But it's different than Avengers. Avengers, maybe the overall vibe of it is just like,
Thor.
no, stop saying Thor.
Thor.
It's like that nicely brushed metal. Like it just doesn't feel gritty enough.
Yeah.
Everyone looks like they're wearing a costume
Yeah.
and their hair looks like a wig and everything is so,
Fake.
yeah, but kind
Yeah.
of. It just feels really clean and neat and tidied and buttoned up, but the other ones have grit and, dirt to them. So I
Yeah.
wish that this had more of a feeling than just like brushed silver to me.
It feels like the Fantastic Four first steps suits.
No. Their suits look comfortable. They look like cozy with their
I
sweater
don't know.
top.
I mean, yeah, they're a little different, but I guess I mean like
What, like they haven't seen combat?
simplicity wise, and like color wise, like they have brighter colors, and it's
Yeah.
yeah, like Halloween costume
Yeah.
style. Yeah, like it's more simplistic. Like they
But
don't
that
have the
makes sense
detail
for
on
the
it.
Fantastic Four. It doesn't make sense for the Avengers.
I know that's what, but yeah, I'm just drawing that
Like, how does Steve's
parallel there
costume from the 40s that he steals from a museum look way better than this brand new,
because it's old.
I guess? I don't know. We don't have time for this. My eyes are
No,
rolling back in my head. Read us out.
all right. Thank you all for tuning in. If you'd like to leave your thoughts on the Avengers or Phase 1 of the MCU, which will be our next episode's focus, you can do so on our Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, or Threads accounts, all named 2 Ghost Review. We'd love to hear and discuss your thoughts on our next episode. Threads is where most of the action is happening and where you can see our thoughts on the world of pop culture in between episodes. We will also have a poll up for this episode the day it comes out. Polls can be found on Instagram and Threads for 24 hours and on Spotify for a week. New episodes drop every other Friday. If you enjoyed this episode, we would be very grateful if you left us a 5-star rating on Spotify. Again, thank you all for listening to our ramblings and rants, and we will see you all next time.